And that's what Esau does. Esau, what he will do is he will make other laws to destroy your rights. That's what he does. Okay, if there's an acting of an emergency, then your rights that the government is giving us, okay, your rights that the government is giving you, excuse me, will be can also be altered and taken away. Go on, brother.
2nd Ezra 9, verse 14.
Right.
Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak. I will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved.
Right, so pan the camera around, brother. All of those people that you see on YouTube, every last one of them, just about, they're going to be put to death, man. Okay? And, you know, you see these kids walking up and down the street, and I have to get cold. This is just the reality. This is just the reality, people. Okay? There's going to be kids out here, there's going to be women out here, and there's going to be grown-ass men out here being killed on sight by the cops. Because what the police want to do now is they want to use guns, and later on they're going to wind up using live ammunition bullets, and they'll be able to, under the Civil Contingency Act, you know, and that's why, brothers, we got to always be in the spirit of the Lord, man, because the things that we're going to see is going to probably shake your faith, man. You know, go on, brother.
Jeremiah 16:1.
Yeah.
The word of Yahweh came also unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place.
Right.
For thus saith Yahweh concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land.
That begat them in this land. Go on.
They shall die.
They shall die. Go on.
Of grievous deaths.
Horrible deaths, baby. That's the reality. That's the hardcore gut-wrenching reality, man. That all of these people out here, and even children as well, they're going to be afflicted by what's to come. And it's going to bug people out, man. It's going to mess people. It's going to mess people up so bad that some people are going to commit suicide. Some people are just going to give up the spirit altogether because of the things that they're seeing. And it's going to get bad out here, man. Because you got certain people on earth, like, for example, like the military or certain cops, they're trained to kill. And when they're given that right time to do what they got to do, they're going to just start killing people, man, without no mercy. Okay, it's not going to be no mercy anymore. And guess what the Lord is going to be in that, man? Because the Lord brought forth mercy throughout the years. Okay, and we were the guys that was bringing out the mercy on you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians and stuff like that. We did our job. So now mercy is going to be out the door. You didn't repent, you didn't receive salvation through the word of Yahweh Shai. So what's going to be the result? The result is going to be you being put out, man. That's going to be the result, because we're going to come into some hardcore things, man. You know what I mean? We've been speaking about this for a very, very long time. And that's all we're going to continue to do. We're going to continue to prophesy about the up-and-coming calamities that the Bible foretold about, man. That's what we're going to continue to do until it actually comes. And when it actually comes, we ain't going to be out here. Come on, brother.
They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented. Neither shall they be buried. But they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
Right, they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, man. So a lot of wildness is just going to sweep throughout this planet. That's what's going to happen. And we're not reading no Quran, we're not reading no Keeper D guys, we're not reading none of that. We're reading the Bible. The Bible states that, man. And the thing with the pastors around the world, they don't have the intellect or the mind capability to even actually break these scriptures down and stomach what these scriptures is actually saying. The only men that can do that are the men of the law. Okay, we're the prophets of God bringing you the truth. Okay, letting you know what's really going to happen, because a prophet only speaks about current events before it already happens. That's all it is, man. Go on, brother.
And they shall be consumed by the sword.
Read that again.
And they shall be consumed by the sword.
And they shall be consumed by the sword. Because who's ultimately going to be using the sword? Okay, these cops out here, they're going to be the ones having the power to use the gun. And if they suspect that you're doing something wrong against national security, they'll be able to shoot you on the spot. That's what it's going to get down to, man. And people are going to be herded into one area. And if they get out of that area that they've been herded into, they're going to be shot on the spot. All of these people out here, they're going to see something that they've never ever seen before or never even thought of happening. That's why these people, they play games, they come around here, want to take pictures and stuff.
Hi, Jack. How you doing? All right?
I'm all right.
Good day.
Yeah, everything's all right. Just a bit,
What's this all about?
Yeah, this is about the Bible, the 12 tribes of Israel, and everything that involves the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been here for a few weeks, that's all. I drive past you, but I haven't said hello.
No,
We doing good?
Right. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Been here for a year. More than a few weeks.
Yeah, I've been here for a year now. What was on that sign?
It's about people begging in the area.
Oh, yeah, because there's a lot of homeless rising up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's what we're going into. That's what we're teaching. Just teach the Bible. That's what.
I'm just interested, that's all.
Yeah, and I mean, really, the reason why we have these signs is because the things that you hear about in the news and stuff like that,
Yeah.
the Bible already foretold about it. So what we're doing is we're warning our people, the children of Israel, and basically not just them, but just people in general as well, warning them about the things to come. Because the Lord set up the prophets. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, so get me Jeremiah 28:8 real quick.
Yeah, a lot of interest today? A lot of interest?
Yes, well, you know, sometimes like last week it was all right. Some weeks we get interest, some weeks we don't. You know.
All right, gents.
Okay.
Have a good day. I'll see you later on.
You
Take
too,
care.
guys. All right. Yeah, give me Jeremiah 28:8.
I wanted to ask him what he thinks about the martial law sign.
No, they already know. They know. You know, some of these high-level cops, they know that martial law is coming. They know.
Was
They already know. Man. They got the inside scoop already, man. I don't know about them guys, but certain guys got the inside scoop, man. Because you got certain cops that don't really know. There's certain cops that do know due to their level going.
Jeremiah 28 verse 7.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears,
Right.
and in the ears of all the people.
So it says, "Speak thou in the ears of all the people," and that's what I told the cop that just came up. That's what we're here to do. We're here to speak these words unto all the people. You know why that is? Because you might have the elect amongst all the people. That's why we come out here in the highways and the byways the way we do it. Not sitting inside some old, you know, in the comfortable in your home, or the comfort of your home. All right, or being a keyboard warrior on top of that. No, you got to come out here in the broad streets where the people can see you going there.
The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries,
Right. Prophesied both against many great countries, going,
and against great
and
kingdoms,
against great kingdoms of what?
of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right. And that's what's going to come. And we're not really, and you know, we're not just saying martial law is going to be declared because it's just something that we feel or what we think or what we believe. We're saying these things because these things involve the words of the Lord. So we can't say anything that does not coincide with the word of the Lord. If it's outside of the word of the Lord, then we need not go into that. Okay? But we're out here to do our job, and our job is to proclaim the word of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushua, and to let the people them know that great travails and great perils is going to befall a town near you. All right? Go on, brother. I think that's it on that.
Going back to this 10. And they shall be consumed by the sword.
And they shall, now we're going back, they shall be consumed by the sword. That's going to be women, children, kids, and young men, old men. And who's going to do the slaying? Certain cops that we see walking around, and they're going to be doing the slaying. Okay, go on, brother.
And by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven.
Yeah, it says their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven. So what we're going to have is because I did a little bit of research right on the vulture. We got all different types of styles of vultures, man, out there. And they're going to come and they're going to have their little Passover, man. They're going to have their feast. You know, they're going to enjoy all of the flesh that they see round about, because it's going to be nothing but flesh on all four corners on the shores of Britain and America and elsewhere. You know what I mean? So it's going to get bad out here, man. You know, a great wave of death is coming. You're going, brother. I'll tell you what, brother, you hold the camera.
All right, I have one take away.
Yeah, no, because you're a bit kind of hurting it. Yeah, let him over the camera. You, Bob. Yeah, go with you back.
Jeremiah 16. Finish off verse 4.
Okay. Yeah. Get what you got. Yeah. If you know, the spirit wills. I'll tell you what, brother, you come over here. There you go. And then come, yeah.
So finish verse 4.
So what verse was you in again?
Verse 4.
Okay, I mean, when you said finish it, innit?
You finish it. The middle of verse 4, basically.
Okay. That's what I get.
Psalm Jeremiah 16 and 4. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
Yeah, read it a little bit louder, brother. If you can.
They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
Right, and that's what's gonna go down, man. And the majority of the deaths is gonna be amongst our people, because the Lord said that He will send a nation against the hypocritical people. Okay, and they're gonna do the same thing that they did to us back in 70 AD, and if not, even more worse, because they actually got the bullets and they got the guns and they got the technology to even do it. You understand? So that's what's gonna go down, man. So read that again.
But they shall be as dung upon the face of the
They shall
earth,
be as dung upon the face of the earth. Go on.
and they shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
Right, so you're gonna have two things. They're gonna be destroyed by the sword, which is the majority of these people. Pan the camera around, brother. The majority of these people that you see walking here, they're gonna be consumed by the sword, which is the gun, that the cops are gonna get. They're gonna be consumed by the famine. You're gonna have a lack of food in stores. And they're gonna shut these stores down. Okay? All of these stores that people go into to buy their food, all of these stores are gonna shut down during an economic crisis or a so-called cyber attack. Not a so-called cyber attack, but a cyber attack. Go on, brother.
Verse 5. For that saith Yahweh, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament, nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from these people.
Right, and I've taken my peace from this people. So, you know, hey man, it's gonna get so bad out here. You might see certain jakes getting gunned down and getting whatever done to them, and you might feel bad for them, like, oh man, you know, these damn devils, man, red. No, that's the Lord judging them. Because the Lord set it up to where they could have had a taste of mercy, but they've denounced the mercy that was given unto them. They could have had the opportunity to receive mercy, but they've denounced it and basically spat at the Lord's word, man. And you got certain scoffers and scorners out here that is making fun of us on the keyboard, okay, on the YouTube land. Certain men that was once down with the brotherhood, down with the truth of Yahweh Shai, and now they're against them now. And how are they declaring themselves to be against Yahweh Shai? By making mockery videos about them in Yahweh Shai. So they're gonna pay and they're gonna get dealt with, man, in the hour of martial law. Go on, brother. Just like the majority of these people out here that's living for no reason. Okay, that's living to the standards of the expectations of what TV tells them. Okay, that's why it tells you in what is it, 2nd Esdras, the 8th chapter, if I'm correct, where it says that the majority of the people are vain. Something to that effect. Paraphrasing. Go on, brother.
For I have taken away my peace from these people,
Right.
saith Yahweh, even loving kindness and mercies.
And how is the Lord going to do that? Give me Revelations, the 6th chapter. I think it's verse where it speaks about the red horse. You can give me that book, Michelle. shall take peace from the earth.
It's Revelation 6:3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon.
Yes, so it says power was given unto him. Go on.
That sat thereon to take peace from the earth,
Yeah.
and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Right, but you don't have to read no more longer, brother. Basically, it says that the Lord have given them power to take peace from the earth. And who is the them that will take further more peace from the earth? The so-called white man and his military troops and his different, law enforcers that are going to be transformed into the military. So they going so that's why the Lord said, "I shall take away the peace from this people." The Lord is going to use the so-called European the spear, of the Lord, or the belt of the Lord against our people that don't want to come correct with the Lord before the true men of the Lord and repent and confess their sins, man. All right, and really before Yahweh Shah. Go on, brother. Go back to Jeremiah 16:4.
Back to Jeremiah 16:6. Both the great and the small shall die in this land.
Right, so read that again.
Both the great and the small shall die in this land.
So it says the both and the great shall die in this land. And there's going to be a lot of death in this land here, in the swords of Great Britain as well as America. Because they're preparing for something astronomically great and evil. That's what they're preparing for. And I'm talking about these higher up elites that control all of these puppet leaders throughout all of these different countries. Okay? Donald Trump ain't going to do a damn thing but do what the elites tell him to do. You got these Americans, they voted Trump in, into thinking that he's going to change the world. But guess what? He will change the world, but for the entire worse. That's what's going to go down. Donald Trump is going to change the world in the most worst way ever. No pictures, sir.
You already took a picture anyway.
Go on, bro.
They shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them.
Right, and the reason why you're not going to have nobody burying them is because ultimately, most of the people are going to die anyway. They're going to either die of starvation, famine, and the sword, which is the gun. They're going to use the gun, and they're going to start spraying people with bullets. That's the hardcore reality, man. That's the hardcore reality. You got people walking about, joking about, it's a time of game playing. We're not in the time of no game playing no more, man. Okay? There was an article that the brother had me read, man, and basically the cops, they want more power over the people. And the way they want more power over the people is by using the gun. They want to actually use guns now. But guess what? Under the Civil Contingency Act bill that was passed 13 years ago, back during 2004, they will be able to also use live ammunition. So that's how they're going to die by the sword, the majority of our people and the majority of these people out here that don't want to accept the word of the Lord as the truth. You see, everything must be fulfilled, baby. Give me Isaiah 55 verse 11. Hold what you got, give me Isaiah 55 verse 11. Because we're the only guys that's declaring the way. You don't see no Muslims out here declaring the way, standing firm what they believe in. You don't see no Jewish, because they wish there was a Jew out here declaring the word of truth. Okay, you don't see any other religious groups that are standing up for the word of the Lord the way we're doing it. You know why? Because the Lord is set up and raised up the apostles last as it was appointed to them. You're the apostles, okay, and you got the head apostles, which we acknowledge as Apostle Tahar, Apostle Raimlab, Apostle Dabar, Apostle Bakar, and all the way down to the order. Okay, and the younger brothers as well. All of those brothers that administering the gospel, the good news, which is for our nation. We're the guys that's standing on the corner prophesying, because we're the guys with the last message. And the last message is more important than what some old sleazy nigga has to say. Talking about how he's an Egyptian, how he's committed, how he's this and how he's that. We got the word, man. What we say is more important. Go on, brother. It's what we say has an effect on the environment as well. Go on, brother.
It's Isaiah 55 and 10.
Yeah.
For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither,
Right.
but watereth the earth,
Right.
and maketh it bring forth and bud,
Right.
that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater,
Right.
so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Yeah.
It shall not return unto me void,
Right.
but it shall accomplish that which I please,
That's right.
and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
And that's what's going to go down, man. The Lord's word is going to be fulfilled on a higher level. Okay, gradually we see prophecies coming to pass time and after time. But the main prophecy that's going to come to pass is what involves martial law. Okay, that's what's coming down, and the words of the Lord will come in effect. It's not a matter of if or it might, or we don't know. No, we know for a surety that the word of the Lord is going to be declared. Because you got some prophecies that are written in this Bible that are coming in effect today. Okay, but the majority of the people, they don't know that. Because they're so caught up in watching Coronation Street. They're so caught up in watching EastEnders. They're so caught up in the pub. Okay, they're so caught up into their own world reality. All right, and if they were to open their minds up, they would actually see the prophecies coming in effect in their realm. Go on, brother.
It's Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time,
Right.
but at the end it shall speak
And what is the
not
real
lie.
vision? The real vision is talking about the time when Yahweh Shai comes. All right, who do I mean by Yahweh Shai? I'm talking about whom the world called Jesus Christ. When he comes down, that's going to be the real vision, man. All right, Habakkuk, the prophet, had a vision of the Lord returning. And in the midst of the Lord returning, guess what? You're going to have fires, you're going to have riots, you're going to have all sorts of things happen. All right, so I'll tell you what, brother, go get me back Jeremiah 16 and 5 of Uncle Shah.
That Jeremiah 16 and 5. For that saith Yahweh, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament, nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from these people, saith Yahweh, even loving kindness and mercies.
Right. And the Lord showed love and kindness already throughout the years. And you know what? Our people, they forsook the way, as always, man. Majority of 2/3. So what's going to be the recompensation? Death. See that? Go on, brother.
Even loving kindness and mercies. Verse 6. Both the great and the small shall die in this land.
Right. Both the small and the great shall die in this land. So there's going to be nothing but death swarming throughout the cities. Go on.
They shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them, neither shall men tear themselves for them in the morning, to comfort them for the dead, neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother.
Right. Because everybody's going to be laid out. The majority, it tells you in the Apocrypha that it said, few men shall be left. So who's going to bury who? Who's going to mourn for who? No one's going to mourn for nobody, because everybody, the majority, are going to be laid out and they're going to be a part of the soil. See that? That's the judgment of Yahweh Shai. Go on, brother.
The man desired to go into a city and shall not be able.
You should not be able to, because you know why? Now, and I'm glad you said that, brother, because now I'm going to have to return back to what I was reading before. I got to return back to what I was reading before about the Civil Contingency Act. So it says...
Well, 1 minute left. 1 minute left on this thing.
Okay, yeah, but the batteries are inside. Oh, you got it, right? Is it the memory card or is it?
Barry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, you know, being that we got 1 minute left, I'm going to read the Civil Contingency Act some more. And it says, let's read what this is saying now. Right, so it says, leaked documents detail how residents can be herded into rest and reception areas in home counties. Disturbingly, it talks about long-term housing if an attack made an area uninhabitable, raising the possibility of internment. Okay, and massive government orchestrated, let me see, confiscation of valuable real estate. So they'll be able to take your goods. Yo, what's going on? Got it. So they'll be able to take all of your goods from you. You see, that's the spirit. I was reading the Civil Contingency Act bill, and 2 cops passed by. That's the spirit of the Lord. So you got to look at everything from a spiritual standpoint of view. Because them same guys in blue, man, they're gonna be rolling on the streets.
Feds are everywhere, man.
And the reason why it's like that, brother, because we're in a state of an emergency now. We're in that time now. So the closer we get to that, the closer we get towards martial law or another cyber attack, the more these cops are gonna start. You're gonna start seeing them more often.
Change his batteries back to school. Hey, which one's mine?
I'll put it back in your bag.
Okay.
Oh, you brought your camera too?
Yeah.
Oh man. So that one's dead, yeah? It's dead.
He's still filming, but he's about to die out in a second.
Okay. So it says, if it falls out, then you know we can take it out. So it says, leaked documents detail how residents could be herded into rest and reception areas in home counties. Disturbingly, it talks about, yeah, brother, if it goes out, then you can take it out. If it's still running, just let it run.
It's almost gone.
It's almost done.
Yeah.
All right, cool.